Hello students, let us go through 6th chapter, that is queuing models. So let us see what is the purpose of queuing models. The simulation is often used in analysis of queuing models. So here they have given the diagram of typical queuing model. So you can see here the calling population of potential customers. At the other end you can see the server, and there is a waiting line of customers which is a queue. Okay, this is going to represent the queue. The queuing models provide the analyst a powerful tool for designing and evaluating the performance of queuing system. So here why we need to go for the queue analysis. So queuing models provide the analyst to evaluate the performance of the queuing system. So our main goal here is to calculate the performance of queuing system. So how do you measure this queuing system performance? That is, we can calculate server utilization, length of waiting lines, delays of customers, or how many customers are waiting in the queue. Okay, so these are the measures to calculate the system performance. But the systems may be complex or simple. So if the system is very simple, you can calculate the performance in a mathematical manner. That is, normal calculations are needed, not much in detail. Okay, so it is very simple. But for realistic models of complex systems, a simulation is usually required. So that is where we are going to use this simulation for the complex systems. So for example, what are the different examples for queuing models or queuing systems? So if you consider a system as a hospital, their customers may be patients and servers may be doctors. Okay, and if you consider a computer, jobs there are customers, servers there is CPUs. Okay, if you consider airport, customers there are aeroplanes, servers there are runway. If you consider a reception desk, customers there are people, server there is receptionist. So always the server has to provide the services to the customers in a faster manner. So always this customer will be waiting in the queue. If the service is important, he may wait in the queue, or else he may try to get that particular service from the other server. So always this server has to ensure that the customer is not waiting for the long time. So he may wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not more than that. Okay, he is not ready to wait. So that is why we need to calculate this performance of queuing system. So let us see what are the characteristics of queuing systems. So the key elements of queuing systems are customer and the server. So what is a customer? The term customer refers to anything that arrives at a facility and requires the service. For example, the customers can be people, it can be machines, trucks, email, etc. What is a server? Server, the term server refers to any resource that provides the requested service. For example, the repair persons, retrieval machines, runways at the airport, all these we call it as the server. The server may be in two states, it may be idle or busy. So depending on the condition, sometimes the server may be idle or sometimes he may be busy. So let us see the first characteristics of queuing system. First point is calling population. So what is calling population? The population of potential customers is referred as calling population. So it may be assumed that the calling population may be finite or infinite. So what is finite population model? If the arrival rate depends on the number of customers being served and waiting, then we call it as finite population model. For example, model of one corporate jet, if it is being repaired, the repair arrival rate becomes 0. So next is infinite population model. If the arrival rate is not affected by the number of customers being served and waiting, then we call it as infinite population model. For example, customers arriving at a restaurant or a bank or an exhibition, etc., we have to consider the infinite population model. So the customers may arrive at any time. Okay, we cannot predict what is the number of customers arriving to the particular population model here. So that's why it is called infinite population model. So the second point is system capacity. So in many queuing systems, there is a limit to the number of customers that may be in the waiting line or the system. So that is called system capacity. So there are two capacities here. It may be limited capacity or sometimes it may be unlimited capacity. So let us see what is limited capacity. For example, an automatic car wash has rooms for only 10 cars to wait in the line. So before entering to the car wash, there is the limit given in the waiting line is only 10. So that is limited. So limited capacity. What is unlimited capacity? For example, the concert ticket sales with no limit on the number of people allowed to wait to purchase the tickets. Okay, so there is no capacity there. Okay, so that is unlimited capacity. Anyone can take the tickets to attend the concert. Next point is arrival process. The arrival process for infinite population model is usually characterized in terms of inter-arrival times of successive customers. So in terms of inter-arrival times of successive customers, so there can be two kinds of arrivals. It may be scheduled arrivals or sometimes it may be random arrivals. So what is random arrival? Inter-arrival times usually characterized by probability distribution. So that is called random arrivals. So already we have solved some problems on this kind. So whenever you had some random arrivals, you have considered some probability distribution there. So most of the important model here is Poisson distribution model, and another one you have exponential distributed. But Poisson distribution models we consider here for random arrivals. Okay, so Poisson arrival process with lambda is with rate lambda, where an represents the inter-arrival time between the customer n-1 and customer n, and is exponentially distributed with mean value 1 by lambda. So this is required for some calculations, so that's why they have given it here. Okay, so next is the scheduled arrivals. So what is meant by scheduled arrivals? Inter-arrival times can be constant or constant plus or minus a small random amount to represent early or late arrivals. So where it will be used? The scheduled arrivals. For example, patients coming to the physician or scheduled airline flight arrivals to an airport. All these are examples for scheduled arrivals. Random arrivals you can consider example as the customers arriving to the particular bank or customers arriving to exhibition. So these are examples for random arrivals. Whereas scheduled arrivals, it is totally different from random arrivals. Scheduled means they will be already giving some time, so the customer has to arrive at that particular time. It may be plus or minus, maybe 5 minutes late or 2 minutes late, like that. Okay, so that is called scheduled arrivals. So the third case, at least one customer is assumed to be always present, so the server is never idle. So for example, the sufficient raw material for a machine. So in some production environment, they always need the raw material for production, is it? So they assume their a particular case as always there is a sufficient raw material provided to the server, and the server is not idle anytime. So that is the third. So next kind of arrival process is for